Hey everybody, this is going to be my last video of Dragon Ball Legends, going over discussions and stuff before the 4th anniversary. I will be out of town during the beginning of the anniversary and will not be back till next Monday, where we will be live streaming when I'm back our summons and celebrating the anniversary on Monday. We do this every year. It's always a big pain in the butt, but that's not the topic of today's discussion. Our discussion for today is going to be Super Warriors. Super Warriors? What are you talking about, Corrosive? Super Warriors is irrelevant. Well, it may not be irrelevant anymore. We'll have to see. But a couple days ago, this little bit here was teased by the Dragon Ball Legends team. And I think initially, as you can see over here in the comments over here, there were a lot of people that were speculating that, it might be Ginyu Force. But as some people in the community have spotted, these are actually the poses that Tien had when he cloned himself in the Tournament of Power. So does that mean we're getting a multiform Tien as a sparking unit? Is this going to be the first sparking unit of Tien that we actually see? Well, I mean, that was the initial expectation. That was the initial, that was what a lot of people thought initially. But yesterday, during the data mines, we noticed that we got 2 new images with 3 new pieces of art. 3 new pieces of art. We got this Goku, we got this Krillin, and we also got this Tien. Now, it's unclear if this Tien is the same one that is in that was from the tease the other day. They normally don't tease stuff like this. I mean, for all we know, these guys are banner units, but this Goku is a bit of an oddity, just because we have MUI coming, right? And unless this Goku is a transforming MUI, I don't think we're gonna have 4 units on the MUI banner. I don't think that's a possibility. Not only is that a little crazy to think about if that were the case, but I don't know. This might just be a standard Krillin, and this may not be the multiform Tien, which in that case would be very lackluster for side units on the banner. But it is what it is. Either way, these guys are coming. There's speculation that these units here, or these arts, are for free-to-play units, similar to the Goku event that we got last year. Which would be great if they were free-to-play units, because I mean, obviously, Super Warriors needs the support. But the discussion for today, though, is that we are going to be talking about the Super Warrior list itself. Now, Super Warriors is one of those tags that we get a decent amount, not a crazy amount, but like every now and then we will get a Super Warrior character, and it's just a weird tag in general, because we'll get Super Warrior characters, but none of the characters that are on the Super Warrior team get buffs to support Super Warriors. So I mean, Super Warriors was kind of in this weird spot for a while anyway, but it all kind of started when these 3 up here came out last year. I believe it was last year, at the beginning of the year. Gimme. Ooh, bless me. And we got these 3 units as a free-to-play. As free-to-play units. We were able to get them up to 3 stars. And I mean, they were really good when they came out. Like, they were relatively solid. Tien was probably the weakest of the bunch. But I mean, Yamcha was a bit of a powerhouse, which was kind of surprising because it's Yamcha. I mean, this Krillin, I believe this Krillin was support, right? Yeah, he was a support type, and he was a very solid support type. You know, he did a lot of stuff to help Super Warriors. You know, when he enters the battlefield, he gave himself buffs depending on Super Warriors and his team. You know, he had some utility for disruption. Like this, this Krillin was actually like really decent. Tien was probably the only one that was kind of lackluster, just because of, you know, in terms of what he was able to do. Like, he didn't really do much. He had some disruption going for him, but it wasn't like anything crazy, you know. And on top of that, we also got the equipment for the Ultimate Chiaotzu, which made Chiaotzu kind of a little bit scary at the time that he released. But since then, we've kind of had a little bit of a falling off with the Super Warrior tag. We've had this Krillin get a Zenkai, and his Zenkai was really good. The problem with his Zenkai, though, was that he buffed Frieza Saga instead of Super Warriors. And nowhere in this guy's kit does he do anything to help boost support help support Super Warriors. Then, I believe, we had, forget which one came out first, but we also, but I mean, regardless of timeline, we got this Kamikalo Zenkai Awakening, and we also got this Kamikalo Zenkai Awakening. And I mean, and these guys were good too, but again, it was one of those things where they didn't really support. This guy supported a lot of Namekian and Legends Road, whereas this guy was more so better against androids and didn't really support Super Warriors. Does he support Super Warriors? I thought he might have something in his kit that does something for Super Warriors, if I don't remember correctly. Like if I go to his Zenkai. No, he didn't. I thought he did, but he does not. So, yeah. So, I mean, we got these guys with I mean, decent Zenkai with this guy. This guy's was probably one of the best, or if not better, Legends Road Zenkai Awakenings. Then we got Yajirobe, and Yajirobe was awesome. Yajirobe was a fantastic unit. I still love this character to date, but it was still just the matter of the fact that, you know, they released Yajirobe. He's on the Super Warrior tag, because what else would he really be on except for Saiyan Saga? And he ended up buffing Saiyan Saga, I believe, right? Yeah, Saiyan Saga health and critical. But nowhere in his kit does he buff Super Warriors, despite the fact that he was fighting side by side with, you know, Krillin and Gohan at the time. Like, like Goku pretty much got his ass beat, and this guy was there to help save the day against Ape Vegeta. So, it's just an odd decision, in my opinion, that a lot of these units have been coming out, and they are really good. Like, these Super Warrior units are really good. Yajirobe is really good. This Gohan revival is very underrated. I think people are only now starting to see his value, and it might just be because of some of the Zenkais that have come out for Hybrid Saiyans. But this Gohan was actually really decent when he came out, and he's only gotten better because of the Zenkais. And I don't, again, like, it's one of those things where, like, you have Piccolo assisting in this kid Gohan. This was when they were, you know, technically, they were going up against Nappa in this fight. But again, it's also the matter that, you know, he's a Super Warrior, but there's nothing in this guy's kit that helps with Super Warriors. And so Legends does this really weird thing with the Super Warrior tag, where the Super Warrior units that they end up releasing, they don't buff the Super Warrior tag. And it's like, okay, so if we're not going to buff Super Warriors, then what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do with these units? Because Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, these guys don't support other like units on other tags. This Krillin may be the only exception, just because, like, sometimes we'll get a Krillin unit that buffs Goku up when he dies. Like this Krillin right here. When he dies, he gives support buffs to a Goku unit. And it just doesn't make sense. as to why they would withhold Super Warriors to the degree that they do. Is it maybe because that, you know, they feel like Super Warriors isn't hype enough, that they don't release units? But even when they release units, like, why do they hold them back from supporting Super Warrior? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Because even with the latest edition, with this fuse with Nail Piccolo, like, this guy buffs movies, which is fine. I mean, movies needed the buff. And I'm not opposed to movies getting the buffs that they need as well. And, like, this guy's kit is, like, really decent. He's really good. All things considered. But, again, like, no Super Warrior buffs. And just sagas from the movies and regen. And, I mean, regen needed the help, too. So it's not like I'm opposed to him being on regen. But it's just the sheer fact that Super Warriors, like, there's a lot of stuff going with Super Warriors in the background that we're just not... like, that we just don't know what's going on with them. And then the other thing with Super Warriors, too, is the fact that, you know, the only sparking Super Warrior that we got that buffs the tag is Titan's Yamcha. And Titan's Yamcha, he's just a meme unit. He is not designed to... he is not designed to do like anything crazy. Like, it's all centered around his green card, and he gets permanent buffs, I think, when he gets permanent buffs when... you know, when he lands those home runs. And on top of that, he gets 100% of Rising Rush damage. So, I mean, Super Warrior buff would actually be really neat if they did that. He's also the only one that does max health. So he's a must if you're running the Super Warrior team, which kind of sucks because the Super Warrior team needs all the help it gets. Now, in terms of these units, though, you know, I'm curious to see how these new units for the 4th anniversary are actually going to be and how they're going to run. Because what they could probably end up doing is with these units, at least with these units here, what they could probably end up doing is if these guys are like free to play, even if they're not free to play, even if they're on the banner, what they could do is obviously they're going to buff Universe Survival Saga. Then Goku's going to buff the Saiyans team probably, to some degree, more than likely. But I feel like if there was ever a time to add more buffs to Super Warrior, it would be from the Tournament of Power. I mean, because think about it. We got, in terms of Z Warriors, which essentially is what Super Warriors is all about. Super Warriors is about the Z Warriors. You know, you got one or both iterations of Tien that we're going to be getting. We're going to have this Krillin, right? We're going to have Master Roshi at some point, which I hope Master Roshi drops during this celebration. It would make sense for him to. But, yeah, you got Turtle Skull Roshi. You can have Gohan and Piccolo have Super Warrior buffs as well. And, I mean, if we kind of think about it, too, right? Like, if we think about it, like, yeah, we got Yajirobe here. We got Gohan. We have all these Piccolos, we have all these Krillins, we have all these Tiens, we have all these Chaozus, we have all these Yamchas. Super Warriors, I think, it's one of those tags in this game where there's a misconstrued meaning in what clarifies as a Super Warrior. I think, me personally anyway, you guys can let me know down in the comments, but I think me personally, the Super Warrior category is designed around units where the Z fighters fought together, where they worked together in different aspects. That may not necessarily apply to Titan's Yamcha, because Titan's Yamcha was like, you know, very, he was a very, very early unit to come out. He was one of the first couple, I think he was like the 3rd or 4th. Was he? I don't know if he was a Legends Road. Is he technically a Legends Road? No, I don't think he is. No, he's not. So he was just Navi, I guess. But, I mean, if you think about it, you know, Saiyan Saga, right? Saiyan Saga fought alongside all the Z fighters. Saiyan Saga fought alongside all the Z fighters. This Krillin, Namek Krillin, fought with Gohan. In on Planet Namek. This is I think this is Android Saga, right? This Krillin's Android Saga? Cell Saga. Yeah, he was fighting alongside Trunks in them, but if you remember correctly too, Tien was also in that fight against Cell initially. I don't know if that's this Cell. I think that might be this Cell. Actually, this guy might be... This Tien might actually be the Tien during the Android Saga, right? Yeah, it might be when they were trying to chase after 19 and 20, probably. And the same with this Yamcha. I mean, this Yamcha was with the Z Fighters, chasing after 19 and 20. And more than likely, this is also the Yamcha that helped carry Goku back to Kame House after the Heart Virus started attacking him. It's just, again, it doesn't make any sense for any of these units to coming out. All these new units that are going to be coming over the course of the anniversary. There's no reason for none of them to actually support Super Warrior, in my opinion. I think Tournament of Power is a very good example of units that we could see on the Super Warrior category. And honestly, like, it may be a niche category, but there's a lot of people that want Super Warriors to get the love they deserve. And it is nice to really see that, Tien and... It's really nice to see Tien and Krillin, getting a new unit in some regard, some units. Whether these guys are going to be free to play or they're going to be part of the banner units, like, it is going to be what it is. I'm hoping that we see something more hype as the side units for the MUI banner, but I would not be opposed to seeing these guys on that banner either. Anyway, those are my thoughts. In terms of what I want them to do for this tag, I can't really say what I want them to do, considering that, like, they don't get the love and support to really, like, anything is better than what we currently got, so I can't really complain. But that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Would you guys like to see more Super Warrior support? Let me know what you guys would like to see in terms of units for Super Warriors. And again, I will be out of the town this weekend during the 4th anniversary shenanigans going on. So we will be back on Monday the 29th, I believe. Is it the 29th? Let me just check. Let me get that and confirm that real quick. 30th. We'll be back on the 30th, and I will be live on Twitch. I'll leave the link down in the description. I'll be live on Twitch to go over our 4th anniversary summons and check out all the events and stuff that come out. So, but until then, happy 4th anniversary, everybody. Enjoy. If you're celebrating Memorial Day weekend, enjoy yourselves, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.